Yes, very limited number. I would say actually it's not only in Uzbekistan; it's globally. The side effects started, as you know, the bone joint parts. The people started having problem on their knees, on their like hip. A lot of them they had surgeries as well. But it was also like you noticed in Uzbekistan, we start seeing that. But again, this was not very critical. It didn't become like on national level. So we noticed some people that had this problem, but the government again supported them. Yeah. Well, actually, we didn't do some kind of phase three activities. Like for example, we developed our vaccine, but it was already developed vaccine in China, so we started using their know-how. We didn't start like reinventing from the beginning, and because the time is very short. You have to do preclinical and clinical research. It takes quite some time, and then it takes a lot of money as well. And actually, we did that. For example, with Uzbek, we also did preclinical research. We brought the mice from US. At that time, even mice became so expensive. Everybody was running after that because you need a spatial, for that for preclinical research. And we managed to convince US, and our ambassador helped us. We brought and we also ran this clinical research, preclinical research. So there was a definitely quality thing. It was not going crazy and just putting the vaccine. It never happens. The people are very cautious about this topic.
Sir, how do you see the pharmaceutical relation future in next few years, India between Uzbekistan?
I'd love to see very strong connection. As I said, Uzbekistan is very much interested to bring big Indian companies to Uzbekistan and to do the manufacturing. And we could together, or your company could take over the market, local market, Central Asian market, and Commonwealth of Independent States. As I said, 55 billion US dollar market. This is a huge market. Definitely you should come. And your partner, if you want to have a local partner in Uzbekistan, we're eager to find for you so they can also join your journey and then you can run the show together. But as an agency, as I said, we are a catalyst. You cannot have better partner in Uzbekistan because my position is appointed by president, and then I have to report to our president what is happening about all this, the project that we're running, and he specifically highlights about the herbs, the nutraceutical that you mentioned. Three weeks ago, I was reporting to him, and he asked me also to come to India and talk to people or the companies and bring them because you have a strong expertise. And we have mountains, we have a lot of herbs that could be also utilized. We can get the extracts together. Today there is only one, actually there are two companies. One is Academy of Science, they're also getting the extracts from the herbs, but this is only for R&D purpose, it's not big volume. And the second one is UMB, this is a very new one. So you could also partner with them, or you could bring your company and you could also do the extraction of the herbs. Instead of sending the raw material to other countries, you could do the extract and then sell it in small. Or I would even say that manufacture the final product and do sales.
Yeah, Dr. Divya Garu, I have a question for you. Actually, how Neo is associated with the Uzbek Pharma, and how we'll in further how we have to approach it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So we have already had an agreement with Ministry of Health. That's how we initiated the India Uzbek Health Forum. And in the future, we intend to promote the pharma industry with Uzbek Pharma by having a MOU with them, where we'll be like a catalyst, and we'll try to push in as much pharma companies as possible. So my relationship with CS countries has been long, almost over 20 years. And with Uzbekistan, it's been also a long while. The biggest help that Uzbekistan has given is the relocation to Indian students, through which I started my journey. And I see there's an amazing potential in the healthcare sector and the pharma sector. And I've been lucky enough to be recognized by the governments and both the embassies. And we've put in a lot of hard efforts to make it more stronger. And in future, you will be working ahead also with Uzbek Pharma in promoting the pharma industry. Thank you.
There is one interesting thing you just reminded me about students. When I was showing the video, I showed about the university. We are opening a complete pharmaceutical technical new university together with Demonfort and Sunderland University. So the British diploma will be granted. We're also looking forward for the international students because the education will be only in English. The program is done by British University. The cost is around $5,000 per annum. We have the advantage of this university is not only just education. The students who are educating there, they'll be exposed to R&D centers because that will be the largest R&D center in Uzbekistan or whole Central Asia. And they're also exposed to the manufacturing sites. There are already 12 manufacturing sites, but there's another 14, as I said, they're on the list, and biotech is coming. So they'll be exposed in all different aspects of the pharmaceutical. They can also expose themselves to CRO activities because there will be a clinical research center, 250 beds. So they can also go in and do the clinical research or preclinical research activity in the vivarium. So the fantastic opportunity. I think you should definitely come. If you know any students or future students who wants to study pharmaceutical, we're inviting them to Uzbekistan so they can also come and make this. Thank you.
Okay, a little bit. To Ambassador, Your Excellency, how do you envision the future of Indo-Uzbek relations beyond the pharmaceutical sector? And also, can you elaborate any recent initiatives taken by the Uzbek government to strengthen ties with India?
Yes, absolutely. As I mentioned, we have very deep roots of our relations, which we can trace back millennia. And but more recently, of course, India was one of the first countries to recognize our independence. We are strategic partners. We have established strategic partnership in 2011. Our leaders communicate on a high level regularly. Last interaction was during the summit in Samarkand, where Prime Minister Modi paid a visit to Uzbekistan, planted a tree, and so we are hopeful that he will come back and plant another tree in Uzbekistan for the bilateral visit anytime soon. Our president has paid 2 official visits to India back in 2018 and 19. He has visited Vibrant Gujarat Conference and also had a bilateral visit in Delhi. We have multiple aspects of cooperation. Of course, farm is one of the strongest pillars, and we, as Mr. Azizov has kindly mentioned, our trade is something like, last year it was something like $800 million, and almost 45% is pharma trade. So we import a lot of Indian pharma. India is number 1 country in terms of on Uzbek market, on Uzbek pharma market. But on top of that, we have educational cooperation, we have military cooperation, in energy sector. So you name it, any sector of economy we'd like to develop further. And unfortunately, there is a huge untapped potential. Countries are next to each other. We need to work closely with each other to explore new areas, new aspects of cooperation, and even with trade. India is a huge market, 1.5 billion of inhabitants, population is huge. So for us, it's a very important economic partner. In terms of mutual investments, we can do a lot. So I cannot limit myself to 1 or 2 areas. It's all of the areas of cooperation can be very prioritized. Thank you.
ఉజ్బెక్ ఫార్మా మీట్ హైదరాబాద్ లో చేయడం జరిగింది. ఇండియా ఉజ్బెకిస్తాన్ కి చాలా ఏళ్లుగా మంచి రిలేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. దీంట్లో భాగంగా హిజ్ ఎక్సలెన్సీ సర్దార్ రుస్తమ్ బేగ్ అండ్ Uzbekistan Pharmacy Head, and Mr. Azizov, who is the head of the pharma agency from the Ministry of Public Health of Uzbekistan. వీళ్ళిద్దరు కూడా ఇక్కడికి రావడం జరిగింది. ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది ఫార్మా కంపెనీస్ ని కూడా కలవడం జరిగింది. గతంలో 2 రాయబారి కార్యాలయాలు రిపబ్లిక్ ఆఫ్ ఉజ్బెకిస్తాన్ అండ్ ఇండియా ఆధ్వర్యంలో, అలాగే బోత్ గవర్నమెంట్స్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో చాలా మంచి ప్రణాళికల్లో ఇండో ఉజ్బెక్ హెల్త్ ఫోరం జరిగింది. దాని తదుపరి ఇది ఒక ఇనిషియేటివ్గా ఫార్మా ఇండస్ట్రీని డెవలప్ చేయాలి అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ యొక్క మీట్ పెట్టడం జరిగింది. దీంట్లో చాలామంది 50కి పైగా ఫార్మా కంపెనీస్ రావడం జరిగింది. దీంట్లో ముఖ్య అంశాలు ఏ విధంగా ఇండియాకి ఉజ్బెక్కి ఫార్మా రిలేషన్స్ని పెంచవచ్చు, బోత్ సెక్టార్స్లో టెక్నాలజీ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఎలా చేయొచ్చు, అలాగే ఇంపోర్ట్స్ ఎలా చేసుకోవచ్చు, అలాగే మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరర్స్కి ఏ విధంగా డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, అలాగే ఇంకా ఎన్ని రంగాల్లో కూడా కలిసి ప్రయాణించవచ్చు అనేది డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. నియో ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ మెడికల్ సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ తరఫు నుంచి కూడా మేము ఉజ్ ఫార్మా ఆధ్వర్యంలో, అలాగే ఎంబసీ ఆఫ్ ఉజ్బెకిస్తాన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఇండియాకి ఉజ్బెకిస్తాన్కి ఉన్న ఫార్మా ఇండస్ట్రీని ఇంకా డెవలప్ చేసే విధంలో ఒక MOU కూడా తొందరలోనే సంతకం చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ దీంట్లో భాగంగా ఈ యొక్క ఇండస్ట్రీని పుష్ చేయడానికి పూర్తి మద్దతు తెలియపరుస్తున్నాం.
Uzbek Indian Pharma meet organized by the Uz Pharma Agency, Embassy of Uzbekistan, and Neo Institute, Medical Institute. And I would like to reiterate that we are very grateful for the organizers for gathering so many people of this industry. Hyderabad is an important destination for pharma industry, and we came here with our colleagues from Uzbekistan to present opportunities existing in our country, to establish those bridges between our two countries, explore additional areas, spheres of interest in the sphere of pharma. And we, as the outcome of this event, we hope that there will be some additional agreements and memorandums will be signed to promote this industry.
A good event today where Uzbek Pharma Agency represented what is happening in Uzbekistan in pharmaceutical industry. There is a huge potential available in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is currently most progressive and then aggressive in a good manner country where you can develop your business. India has been always representing itself in a global market, one of the strongest player in pharmaceutical industry, and we see India as a strong player also in Uzbekistan. We're here inviting big investors to come to Uzbekistan, explore the market and potential. The total market of Uzbekistan is $3 billion, but when you look at Central Asia, it's $10 billion. And then we're mainly focusing on Commonwealth of Independent States, which is $55 billion market. So we again invite all the big investors players to come to Uzbekistan to again witness what's going on and all the incentives that's given by the government and how the support you're getting. You have to see yourself and then try to invest. And as a farm agency, we're here to support your business. We are a catalyst who speeds up the process, and then you can also make a huge benefit and profit in the country. And then that will be a good integration also for Uzbekistan and India. Thank you very much.